Amigo in the morning.
What's up, Austin01 here. I'm clearly not happy about the Vikings. We'll get into that later. Coast to coast around the world, welcome back to Amigo in the morning. It's January 1st. It's 2019. It's a new year. Should New Year's be a holiday? Well, we'll talk about that in the next episode. I'm just going to speed through. I had a lot to talk about today, so Sears, Kmart, they're closing. Government shutdown still going. Minneapolis, 9 degrees, partly sunny. New York City, 59 degrees, partly sunny. Miami, 80 degrees, 20% chance of rain. Houston, 63 degrees and foggy. And Los Angeles, 62 degrees and, oh my god, sunny, which, look at that. Haven't had that in LA. Alright. NBA scores. Minnesota can't. How did that happen? Now that the Viking season's over, it was like, oh my god. Now we have to cheer for the Timberwolves. Well, that's not going to be any better. God. Last episode, the mic was too far from my face. And the first episode, it was too close. So maybe I found the sweet spot and I'm still experimenting. Hopefully this is a good one. Also, the audio cut out at some point. I don't know what happened, but at some point there was like a lag. So at the beginning of the video it was all synced up, and then there's a point where something happened and then the audio was behind, so I had to cut out a piece. And I put an audio glitch on the screen, and I usually don't edit these videos very much, but I had to do that one just so people don't say, hey, well, what happened to the audio? Like, I know what happened, so you don't get a comment. Not that anybody watches these anyways. NBA scores. The Rockets beat the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are back at 500. They're finally coming back to earth. James Harden has been playing out of his mind recently. He had 43 points last night. Thunder beat the Mavericks by 20. Mavericks are now 2 games behind, under 500. Warriors, they won. What a surprise against the Suns, 9-29. Even the Timberwolves can't win in Phoenix. Oh, Spurs beat the Celtics. That's terrible. Hornets beat the Magic. Nobody cares about those two Eastern Conference teams. Pacers, who are really good, beat the Hawks, who aren't good, but they beat the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves lost to the Pelicans. There it is. 114-123. Julius Randle, 33 points. Timberwolves are now 17-20. They were down by 7 with 2 minutes left, and that's the last time I heard about them until just now. So, Timberwolves lost. Now let's get into the NFL. Do I have to? Oh my god. Alright. A bunch of games that didn't matter happened. Lions shut out the Packers. That's nice. But the Vikings. Eagles won. Rams won. Seahawks won. Chiefs got the number 1 seed. We'll talk about the playoffs in a later episode. But the Minnesota Vikings, every single year, they get you all high up and then they rip out your heart. So I was there. First of all, let me just say this. There were too many Bears fans there. I'm very disappointed in the fans. Why was nobody there? It seemed half the people there were Bears fans. Our offense is it's so bad. And I think part of it's Stefanski. I don't think he's been a great offensive coordinator. He was the first game, but the last 2 games especially not. It's the same play calls with DeFlippo. There weren't any screens. There's too much running. And we just have no time, though. That's the main thing. Our offensive line has been bad. And that's the thing. That's been the narrative for 5 seasons. Since 2013. And even back then, it was a good offensive line for running with Adrian Peterson, but it was still bad still bad at pass blocking. But now they can't do either. It's our interior offensive line. I think we should keep Reef. He is a solid offensive lineman, probably our best one. Keep Elfline. He's still learning, and once he'll have a full, healthy off season. Knock on wood. And O'Neal's a pretty good rookie, and I was mad when we drafted a tackle, because we should have drafted a guard, because Remmers cannot play guard. He is a bad guard. It's ridiculous. But I still had fun, and the stadium's nice, and walking out of there in the nighttime, looked up at the stadium for the last time, and I said, "See you next year, buddy." Because I know, but by August, I'm going to be so excited for the season, and I'm going to feel like we can't be disappointed again, right? But we will, no doubt, no doubt. Today's episode is coming out a little later because it was New Year's, and although I didn't celebrate it very much, this was the first New Year's that I can ever remember that I didn't stay up past midnight. So it's 9 o'clock. I usually record these at like 6 o'clock. So this one will be more at like noon, but still, nobody watches them. It doesn't matter. Also, the videos have been uploading quicker. Like it only been taking like an hour to upload. Usually it takes 2 hours for some reason, and maybe that's because I've cleared some space on the computer. Anyways, let's get into today's story. Today's story is the best Christmas ever, and today's New Year's, so of course we have to talk about Christmas because why not? Now I was gonna tell the story on December 22nd, but I didn't post that day, and I kind of expected that to happen. But I am posting this on it's January 1st, 2019, for a specific reason. So the best Christmas ever. Why? I need some water or something. The best Christmas ever was 2010. And you know why that was? Because we got a flat screen TV, and so it was so great, and that's why I loved the Christmas. No, it's not. The real reason wasn't because of Christmas, or Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve. It was because of December 22nd, 2010. That date just makes me smile. And the reason I'm doing this episode today is because tomorrow is January 2nd. And on December 22nd, 2010, I was 8 years and 11 days old. And tomorrow, January 2nd, which is a Wednesday, so I'm not posting, will be exactly 8 years and 11 days since that day. And so what happened on that day was I was staying with some family people, because every year, for a while every year, my grandpa would go to Wisconsin, around a little bit before Christmas, because that's where he grew up. Anyways, so I was staying with them like I did every year, and it was the last day. It was winter break. It was a Wednesday, I think. And I went to this thing. It was called Minneapolis Kids. It was something I never liked. It was basically daycare. It was daycare for everybody, for kindergartners to 6th graders. And it was usually after school, but they also had it during breaks. So I was there winter break. It was December 22nd. And it was the last day of me staying at these people's houses. So that meant my grandpa was the one who picked me up. It was pajama day also. So I got picked up. I was like, oh yeah, so excited. Finally get to go home again. And he was like, as we were leaving, he was like, there's a surprise at the house. And I was like, what is it? And I had a guess at what it was. My guess was that it was Madden 11. Because my friend had gotten Madden 11 for the Wii. And I really wanted it. And I kept asking for it. But it wasn't. It didn't end up being Madden 11. But that was my guess, and I was sure that what it was. That's what it was. So he said, "There's a surprise at the house when we get home." So we're in the car driving. It's like a 12-minute drive, and I keep asking, "What is it? What is it? Is it?" I had guesses, and he wouldn't tell me anything. And I was like, and then when we pulled up to the house, we were in front. I said, "All right, is it Madden 11?" And he said, "It's a little bigger than that." So we open the door. We start walking up the stairs. And I see my brother there with taping it on tape. You can actually see this video in my first Operation Cell 2 video, childhood videos. It's the last video on that one, I think. So if you want to watch this after the story's over, you can go do that. Link will not be in the description because I'm lazy. And there's a box, and it's not wrapped because it was too big to wrap. There's like a piece of wrapping paper draped over it. And he reaches down, he opens it. There's a door, and out comes this little guy. He's ivory. He's 3 months old. He's a puppy. His name ended up being Amigo. and he is the namesake for this show, and that was the best Christmas ever. And I didn't like him at first. I'm gonna be honest. The first couple days, I couldn't handle him because he was wild and he was stronger than me, even though he was 3 months old. And he dragged me into the snow when we were walking him one time, and I still liked him, but I was still just frustrated with him. I threw a snowball at him once. I regret that every day. But yeah, that was the best Christmas ever because it has affected me every day for the past 8 years and 10 days. And tomorrow, I will have had Amigo for exactly half my life, which is crazy. Crazy to think about. So yeah, that was the best Christmas ever. Glad we actually started talking about something positive. Stupid Vikings. All right, today's Q&A question is, what is your nickname? Well, my nickname is actually Jason. My real name is Osterbuer. Most people don't know that. And technically, I guess my legal name is Jason, but my original name was Osterbuer. I was supposed to be named Osterbuer, and I think they just kind of realized, it's kind of a weird name. People aren't gonna get it. It's a very inside, not joke, but like an inside reference that most people won't get. So I'm technically Osterbuer, but my nickname's Jason, so and everybody calls me Jason. But I put Osterbuer on like all my papers, and my name is Osterbuer. At the end of every episode, we either do a piece of a motivational quote, a piece of advice, or a fun fact. We've gotten a fun fact the last 2 episodes in a row. I can't really control it, so see where we get to. This time we get motivation. Today's motivational quote is, You can't cross the sea by merely standing and staring at the water." That is a quote by, I'm going to botch this name, Rabindranath Tagore. So yeah, that's motivation for you. Thanks for watching. Vikings are terrible. Have a guest coming up soon in another episode. Subscribe to my main channel, Officer Cell 1. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell for new episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Might be getting a sponsor soon. Follow me on Instagram at Officer Cell 1, at Amigo in the morning, Twitter at JasonCell_sports, at Amigo in the AM. Subscribe to my main channel again. Subscribe to my second channel, Breakout Creator of the Year 2019. This is the year. I've posted a video, if you include this channel, I've posted a video every day this year. Alright. Breakout Creator of the Year this year, 2019.